Hello everyone, I want to say thank you for being here. This is another video with the Succeed Success group. I have a very serious topic to talk about today, and before we start I just want to thank everyone for being here. And so you can tell by the title, guys, that this is something that is a serious topic. There was a situation recently there that occurred with a student athlete who actually lost his scholarship, and in my opinion, I would say probably ruined his life. And I wanted to make the heading a little bit harsh because the main purpose of this video today is to show former student athletes and student athletes now, especially student athletes now, how not to get involved in a situation like this. And the purpose of the video is to make sure that a situation like this never occurs again. I don't want anything like this to happen at all with anyone, especially a student athlete or a person who's involved with collegiate sports and who has a great opportunity in front of them. And that's pretty much the situation that we have here. Guys, we're talking about the basketball player at the University of Alabama who was charged with capital murder along with someone he knew. They were involved in a situation, guys, that I feel could have totally been avoided. And I'm going to go through some steps and outline some ways that you can make sure that you're never involved in a situation like this. I think it's pretty obvious to say that if you are involved in a situation like this, then you will lose your scholarship. You will potentially ruin your life. And that's something that, Succeed Success Group, we want to avoid at all costs. So I want to start off the video by saying I give my condolences to the family and to Jamia Harris. Jamia Harris was a wonderful young woman who unfortunately had her life taken in a careless situation that could have definitely been avoided. She had a son, she has a mother, she has an entire family. So, my heart goes out to her and her family, and I want to start out by saying that before we get started. I also want to say that, this video is about the University of Alabama, a former basketball player, who was on the basketball team. I have a huge amount of respect for the University of Alabama. I'm very familiar with the area. I've been down there to the university and to Hoover, Alabama, different parts of Alabama several times. So I have a huge amount of respect for the University of Alabama, to Coach Oates, to Coach Saban, to all the staff, professors, and people who are really doing a great job in the community. So this video is in no way discrediting all the amazing work that those individuals and those coaches have been doing for years. So, I'm going to start out the video, guys. Obviously, it's a terrible situation. There are a lot of different ways that you can lose a scholarship. This is probably the worst way that you can lose a scholarship. Obviously, you can lose a scholarship if you have academic issues. You can lose an athletic scholarship if possibly if you're not performing at top levels and things of that nature. You can also lose a scholarship if you don't fit into the program, whatever program that might be that you're involved in, whether that be, basketball, baseball, football. There are a lot of different scholarship opportunities out there. And those are just some of the ways that you can lose your scholarship. Now, obviously, guys, I want to say this first and foremost. There's been a lot of guns that have been involved with basketball players and athletes recently. Two that I know of at the collegiate level, and then one at the professional level. And I just want to start out by saying, being an athlete and having a firearm or a gun is no way that you should go about, your athletic career. I'm a former Division I athlete, had the opportunity to play Division I basketball for an amazing coach, a legend. I will be doing, different videos on the experience I had with the coach that I played for in the university. I had the fortunate opportunity to go on to play professional basketball overseas after my collegiate basketball experience after I graduated, and in a lot of different countries. And there'll be a lot of videos about that, and I'll be sharing my experiences. But I would just like to say that at no particular time did myself or any of my teammates at the collegiate level have a firearm. It's not something that we even thought about. It's not something that we gave any light to or attention to. There's a lot of things coming at you when you're a student athlete and when you're trying to, win games, you're trying to pursue your academic career at the same time, and you're trying to build relationships and friendships at the same time as well. So it is something that, I guess you need to find balance in between all of those things so that you can conduct yourself at the highest level. But I don't think it's something that is extremely hard to do, especially with all of the resources and opportunities that universities give student athletes nowadays. They really cater to student athletes and try to make your stay at the university, the best possible stay that it can be. And it's up to you to, conduct yourself in the proper manner and, understand that you're representing not only yourself and your family, but a university and the coach, the head coach, as well as all the assistant coaches and the entire program. So it is a huge amount of responsibility, and you have to be ready for it. So unfortunately, there was a player who attended the University of Alabama, played on the basketball team. From what I understand, he seemed that he was pretty talented. I believe he was a sixth man. So he was coming off the bench, providing that boost and that energy off the bench that the team needs. His name is Darius Miles, and he was the basketball player that is no longer on the team, obviously, and who was charged with capital murder because him and one of his associates who didn't attend the university, didn't play basketball, and was probably not the best person to be hanging around at all. Him and this other individual shot into a car where Jamia Harris was in the car with her boyfriend. And for what I understand, guys, these two individuals, Darius Miles and his associate, were trying to, talk to the young lady and trying to, holler at her or, show interest or whatever the case may be. And I just want to say that first and foremost, I'm not trying to talk about the individual Darius, but I just want to say that if you're a person and you're trying to talk to a young lady and the young lady is not giving you, interest, then it's extremely lame to me that you can't take the hint and simply move on. And so, trying to talk to someone is not a problem, but if you see that there's obviously no reciprocation there, then the obvious and natural thing to do is to move on, and to just go about your day and go about whatever you were doing and pretty much just mind your business. It's normal, right? So everyone has experienced that and everyone understands that. So what made these two individuals continue to try to pursue the woman who was with her boyfriend, might I add? And then, I'm assuming there was a verbal confrontation, and then to actually shoot into the vehicle, absolutely terrible. Can't believe it happened. And in these situations, guys, one thing I always like to ask is why. That's the big question in a lot of these situations is why and how in the world could somebody do that type of an act? It just makes absolutely no sense. So you mean to tell me that you would risk your entire scholarship, you would risk your degree, you would risk possibly maybe going on and playing professional sports, and you would risk the integrity of your entire life and basically ruin your life in split seconds and commit a violent act of crime and commit a murder because a girl didn't give you her number or didn't show that she was feeling you, it's disgusting. And so, I'm here today reporting on the situation, and it's not only for Division I athletes or people who are involved in sports. This is for everyone, because there's so many things happening nowadays, guys, with adults, with just teens, just people in general, kids, that I want to make sure that these situations don't occur again. And I don't want you to go down the same road that Darius did. I don't want you to lose your scholarship. I want you to appreciate what you have. It doesn't matter if you're playing D3, D2, D1, NAIA. You could be at a junior college. Whatever situation that you're in, it's a blessing. You don't have to be in that situation. University of Alabama did not have to give you a scholarship and put you on a team. Coach Oates did not have to give you the opportunity that he gave you, but they did, right? Obviously, you probably had some talent. You seemed like you had a good amount of height on you. I think you were about 6'8", maybe 6'7". Could have maybe even been 6'9". But guys, none of that matters. None of that matters. The bottom line is this individual has now ruined his entire life. Do I believe in rehabilitation in the jail system? To a certain degree. But the bottom line is that now you have a capital murder attached to your name. You have no more scholarship. You have no more chances of going on to reach higher heights, and you're kind of stuck now at this level that you put yourself in. So, guys, if you're a student athlete, if you're at any university now, and I know a lot of different coaches out there, I'm sure they feel the exact same way I do. Do not have a gun on you at all. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is something you do not need. That is something you should never have on you at any particular time when you're a student athlete. Why this individual was not on campus, why this individual was not, with teammates, is beyond me. So one thing I want to let you guys know, and this is for everybody, adults, teens, everybody, watch your surroundings and watch the people you hang around. I wasn't there, so I don't know the ins and outs of the situation, but I'm thinking that the person that Darius had as an associate or a quote-unquote friend was a bad person. Probably involved in some criminal acts before. I'm not really sure, but you should never have been hanging with this individual. Had you been hanging with somebody that was more positive, that had things going on for themselves, that could have steered you away from, committing an act that will ruin your life, you would have never been involved in the situation. And a lot of times, guys, that's your teammates. A lot of times that's, maybe a close friend, a close family member. And if you feel yourself get into these heights of aggression and elevated anger and rage and things of that nature, you need to calm down. You need to walk away. You need to take a step back, because what you did was bogus. You just ruined an entire family's life. You have a young son now. I believe the boy he's no older than 6. I believe he's 4 to 6, maybe 7 at the oldest. He has no mother now. He lost his mother because of you. And it just makes no sense. So I don't ever want to see this again. I don't want to hear of anything like this happening. I'm going to be bringing another video to you soon about a situation that was a little bit different, but also a situation with a NCAA collegiate athlete that never should have occurred. This is actually my alma mater, and we're going to talk about that in another video. And so, like I say, I'm aware of 3 acts or 3 situations where I've seen athletes with guns, and we just want to stop this. We want to eliminate this at all costs, all possibilities. We want to stop this from happening. And so, first things first, watch the people you hang around. Okay, secondly, Appreciate the situation that you're in. If you have a scholarship, you're out there playing basketball, you have fans coming to see you, you got the cheerleaders, you got the band, you're going to meal table after practice, you're taking planes, you're taking flights, you're living the good life. You're living the good life. There are a lot of people who would love to be in your situation, and the last thing that you can do is not appreciate that situation and then go out and do something that'll just make you lose your entire scholarship. Like, that's ridiculous. So, that's for anybody out there who's in any situation that's good. Appreciate the situation you're in. It could be taken away from you just like that, in the blink of an eye, if you make the wrong decision. So, had this person maybe appreciated what he had going on and said, hey man, I'm a Division I athlete, I'm doing my thing, I'm building connections, maybe the situation never would have occurred. I also want to let you guys know, and I'm surprised that it occurs so much, but one situation, guys, everyone out there can ruin your entire life. I've seen it happen so many times before, and you want to make sure that you don't do something in 2 seconds that you'll basically end up spending, 70, 80, 90 years regretting and paying the consequences for it. So you have 2 seconds, you commit an act in 2 seconds, and then you have your entire life now where you're suffering for those 2 seconds. Stay away from that. Don't get yourself involved in situations like this. Do not lose your scholarship. Do not lose your opportunity. Do not, make yourself look bad, because that's really what occurred in this situation. These two individuals look terrible. The courts and the system will not have any, sympathy, any leniency towards them. They won't give them any type of benefit of the doubt. They'll pretty much throw the book at them, and there's a lot of people who would say that that's what they deserve. So I want to ask the question of why. A lot of times in situations like this, that's the big question, is why, and how would a person ever, come remotely close to doing something like this. So, today that is my big question of why did this individual do this? I want this to be a learning lesson for all you D1 athletes out there, all you people who are out there doing your thing, and really shining in your sport, shining in the classroom, representing the university in the right way. I want you guys to learn from this and make sure you never get even remotely close to any type of situations like this. And one of the last tips I want to leave you guys with for this particular situation is know when to step away from the situation, know when to walk away, know when to say enough is enough, know when to just say, I need to step away. And don't think that you're a punk, or, oh, I have to be tough in front of this person and I have to show that I'm down and all of this stuff. If you got to get out of a car, get out of a car. If you have to leave a situation, walk away, run away. Get away from that situation as fast as possible. I've seen a lot of people go down because they want to prove that they're, I'm down with the group, or I'm down for whoever or whatever. That's not a good thing to be down for. So, know when to step away, know when enough is enough. And had this person, stepped away from the situation and walked away, or, counted to 10 or whatever, the situation might have never occurred, So I just want to let everybody know that, Success Group is about positivity. We're about peace, harmony, love, people reaching their goals and things of that nature. And let's let this terrible opportunity, or terrible situation never happen again. I want all you D1 athletes to learn from this situation. All you people out there, I want you to learn from this situation. My heart and condolences once again go out to the person that was involved in this situation, the mother, the son, Jamia Harris. My heart goes out. And so let's make sure this never occurs again, guys. Let's learn from this situation. And this is the Success Group checking out with you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. It's another wonderful episode about a terrible topic that should never happen, should have never happened, and hopefully will never ever happen again. Once again, I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for being here. Everyone have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys.